All right, this is a daily chart of BBRY. In this video, I'm going to talk about what's it going to take for this stock to be a good long-term investment. And this video here is just going to be talking about BlackBerry. Now, of course, at this point in time, we had earnings here, and just on Friday, and then they had follow-through selling, even higher volume. So I mean that is negative right there. And the prior video that I explained, I said that this stock was still a high risk, but the question was, when will this be a good long-term investment? And I'm going to talk about that quickly, but as you can see from a couple of earnings like this, we had a really good there was a good reaction to earnings back in June for the stock, one that I rolled the options. They first sold it down, but I mean it was popped up and then they reversed it. So this is very different action than what we had back in 2014. So lo and behold, that is negative. And in my opinion, there's a good chance that they're going to go and fill the gap, the long time gap that I talked about at 8:30. It's really negative, this action. But despite that, when would this be a good time? That's why, look, today it dropped about 6%, 7%, right? And I warned even back here that in the prior video that this was not a good long-term investment right now, and I explained when it will be, and let's do that now. So go to the 3-day chart. And again, a lot of negativity, a lot of damage was done at the stock in 2013 because we had a great run, and which was really good, by the way. I mean, this was huge wins for some people. But then they got caught up in this, and again, this sell-off day here was the extremely negative day and caused a lot of chop. And so 13 is a very important number. And since that day, we had the highest selling volume in the history of the stock. And this is important to understand that that's massive damage. Even when the stock attempted back, these are 3-day bars, by the way, it failed to even come close to that before pulling back. You can see these are wicks, then a reversal, and a wick, then a reversal. And of course, this is still lower after the fake rally attempts. But even those fake rally attempts, the look at the volume was nothing, 147 million compared to the disastrous practically 400 million. And then of course we had another strong drop of 196 million. Again, more negative and higher than most positive days. I mean, this was a positive day, of course, for the stock, positive 3 days. Again, still nowhere near the $13 area that I'm talking about. So trust me. Now, based on what I just explained right now, fundamental damage, this negative triangular pattern breakdown, BlackBerry needs a lot of volume. That's why if we create patterns, there might be earlier entry signals, but where is the safe? Well, we need a pattern that can explode to 13, and as it trades and holds above 13, that's when this is a good long-term investment. But until then, rest assured, you can be stuck in the chop zone, and of course this could be going lower. I mean, the odds favor lower. I'm not really focusing on shorting the stock, but I was looking for some longs, but the stock failed, and a lot of people, they don't know when to cut their losses short, so they hold and they lose more and they lose more and they hope and they pray. If you want to change all that, you want to follow me, Power Trick Trade. This is my stream. If you want to find out a great example, I had another video, and you can see you can listen to this video over here. This video here, BBR, find out when this stock will be a safe long-term investment. I have a great, I have a great example, and it explains, why you should trust me and why I'm correct. Because I make videos, and this video here, I believe that what I'm warning here is that if BlackBerry does not trade in the $13 area, and this hasn't happened, by the way, if we go to the 3-day chart, it's easier to see. This hasn't happened in a long time. Since 2013, after this drop, the stock has never been able to attack above this particular day. And I isolated this. This is advanced analysis, people. No one has probably told you such a thing, but this is extreme damage done on this day. And even in 2013, If I isolate this day, I want to show this here. Okay. Again, I use techniques beyond techniques, but this is just one idea, one of the things I look at. This particular day, though, but I isolated it to a day, and and many people could not isolate such a thing or see it this way. But this is what I look at, how I look at this stock, and it's proof right here. This is chop followed by breakdown of the triangle slash channel breakdown. So here's your triangle. Okay, massive damage. So don't think for a minute that if this thing just bounces one little volume, that this has a chance to trade anywhere in becoming a stock that can double, go to 2025. Until we get to the market says they like what they're doing and gets into 13, it's just a guessing game, and more likely the stock to go lower and just chop around. I mean, they could chop this slowly down to the 830. There's going to be all kinds of games, but it's really looking pretty negative. As now, if you look at this here, right, you take a trend line here, and you can see that the stock, and I mean, people say a lot of things. There's a lot of cheerleaders on the board, but I'm going to tell you the facts. I mean, this stock failed to confirm, and if you can see, where is this? Yeah, this you can. Oh, this is a 3-day chart. Sorry, I'm gonna go to the daily chart here. So this is earnings, and I mean we had no power and pop to pop it again above the $10 area, and instead we sold off higher on heavier volume. So there is risk to this stock. So believe me, if you want to be a good long-term investor, this stock could go nowhere and go much lower for a long time. The technical damage is present. These are the facts, and there are better stocks right now that can go a lot higher and make you money than BlackBerry right now. But when BlackBerry confirms, and I will be able to tell people when it will confirm, and we trade in that 13 area, that's still a cheap price to pay for a stock that can go to a lot higher. But until it trades there, it's a guessing game. The charts are clearly saying that the future is uncertain for the stock. I mean, look at this earnings. This is the worst action to earnings. Look at the daily here. Just think about this, people. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of people, a lot of the cheerleaders tell you false movements, but the market's decided this is negative. End of story. And if you want to listen to if you have a trouble of letting things go, you want to follow me for more great advice, check out a lot of my trades. When they don't confirm, we don't go into trades. When they confirm, and we're making lots of profits in stocks, and you're not going to do that until you shake the mentality of getting rid of your loser stocks. This is a loser stock, end of story. With false breakouts. Look, fails, false breakout, kaboom, lower. False breakout, kaboom, lower. I mean, wake up and smell the coffee, people. Anyways, check out that video. And that's my warning to the longs. Today is another warning. This can pop a little bit, but rest assured you that this favors, and unless this can pop above 10, this just favors lower prices right now. Again, it looks like they're very going to take it to fill this gap. And technically, there's another pattern this is broken that could take it down to as low as 7 and even fill a gap down here. Even 625 is possible. I don't think there's a gap, but anyways, at least 7. But it's not the $7 a share. It's the uncertainty of where it goes, how it chops, what happens. Whereas this trades in the right way. In other words, if it gets to 13 not because of a rumor, but because of the stocks, all the plans they have in place, then I would think this is a great long-term investment. But if it's because of rumor and they continually rally the stock, like they make these false damaging, I told people back then, listen, people, I've said this was damaging. I made video. I've been correct so many times. I've talked about this over here, how it was supposed to confirm and had hold support. I made videos. There were people bashing me. And again, well, who is right again? Power trigger trade. Where is this going? Down from that point. I'm going to draw it here. If you're tired of losing money, if you're tired of being wrong, follow me for more great advice. I'll help you get out of this rut. Thanks for listening. Like, video.